This is what I'm watching right now. Okay, so a lot of people don't know me. They just see my name. Sorry, I look kind of weird. I just woke up. I am beside myself with this situation. Something needs to be done. Okay, $15 an hour. The Keystone Pipeline is gone. The very much completely paid for wall is now stopped, leaving a gaping hole. This old pedophile needs to go. Oh my God, he needs to go. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all leftists don't get it. Y'all leftists are crazy. And I'm beside myself. I cannot believe how many jobs have been lost in the short time that this creepy pedophile has been residing in the people's house at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Oh my God. Something must be done. Something must be done. President Trump, please do something. Somebody with some sense, please do something. This is crazy. We're losing our country. We're losing our freedoms. I can't find freedom seeds for my 410 shotgun. This is crazy. This is crazy. If somebody knows where I can get some 410 freedom seeds, please link below this video. Oh my God. I am really freaking out. I know this is the first time people have seen my face. This is American Vegan Mom. I'm just really beside myself. I'm freaking out that this is actually happening. Somebody needs to do something about that old white pedophile that's living in our home at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I don't even think he's living there, really. I don't know. I think he's still in his basement with, Checkmate developing nice little backdrops for him. Yeah, this is crazy. This all needs to stop. We need to get back to normal, and this all needs to stop. And by the way, if I was a construction worker on the wall, you know what I would be doing? I'd be building that wall. I wouldn't stop. If I was one of those workers on the Keystone Pipeline, I'd still be laying that pipe. Honest. This is crazy. This is crazy. That's kind of like sorry about that light. This is like the restaurants. This is like businesses all over the country. The government is shutting you down. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to band together by professional groups, restaurant owners. Get together. Use text messaging, not social media. Text message your employees. Tell them to go to work. Construction workers, text message your employees. Tell them to go to work. What are they going to do? What? Are they going to show up at a construction site with a bunch of big, burly construction folks and arrest all of you? Are they going to go into a strip mall of a bunch of restaurants where people are sitting down eating and arrest every customer, arrest every waitress, every busboy, every cook? I don't think they're going to do that. We need to organize via text messaging to get back to work, to get back to normal. This little asshole is sitting somewhere either in Delaware or in the recesses of the rat caves of DC, and he's dictating to us how we do things, how we live. He's telling us what we can and can't do, what we can and can't say, what we can and can't watch. This is crazy. We need to start using just regular text messaging or I don't know, carrier pigeon. I don't know. Drive to each other's houses or something. We need to keep it off of social media. We really do. We just need to ignore the LARPing adventure. I mean, when some people come up to me and they say this man's name to me, I cut him off. I say, no, I'm not going to take part in this LARPing adventure of this pedophile and this hua that think they're running this country. I don't think there's enough Americans in this country to be stupid enough to allow a pedophile beholden to China with his son, who has a wife that doesn't give a shit about her husband being used in this fashion. That woman needs to go to jail. I have not been able to stand this pedophile's wife since the start of this LARPing adventure, because she is allowing her sick, frail, dementia patient husband in this adventure for the Kenyan Muslim, for the sea hag and her rapist husband, and for that fat fuck that's been buying attorney generals and judges hand over fist for the last 20 years in this country. You know, I was hoping that somehow, some way, that man's assets would have been frozen. Apparently not, because he keeps doing it. Now he's got his little protege, you know, the Zuck from Facebook, doing the same shit. And we're just letting this happen? If somebody mentions that pedophile's name to you, I'm serious. Just look them dead in the face and say, no. He is not the president of this country. There's no way. He's a criminal. He's a pedophile. You know, whatever happened to Tara Reid? You know, I mean, why do we have this man doing this to us? I just can't stand this anymore. President Trump needs to figure something out and fix this. You know, this whole thing was stolen. You know, this is just such a joke. I am a 51-year-old disabled person married to a veteran who is also disabled. We don't work. I do know that the longer this pedophile and that whore stay in the White House, we're not going to be able to survive. Our income is going to get messed up. I know that. You know, fixed income, veterans benefits, Social Security. Yeah, that's going to go away. He's going to screw that up very largely. You know, it started during the time we didn't have a president, you know, those 8 years. Yeah. With Social Security and all that. And he's doing it again. He's running it. That pedophile ain't running this. The Kenyan Muslim is running this. The sea hag. They're running it. Brennan. They're running this. And Americans are letting it happen. We got sheep with 2, 3, 4 masks on their face. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy. Incidentally, today is January something. I don't know. Let's see. I don't even know what date it is. Well, today's Sunday. I know that, I think. I have never worn a mask. I did not wear a mask on my face the entirety of 2020. Whatever today is, whatever date today is, I haven't worn a mask in 2021. You know why? That's why. I breathe from here. I breathe from here. Why do I want to cover here? And if I cover here, you really can't hear what I'm saying. What I said was, and if I cover here, you really can't hear what I'm saying. Oh my God. That's what everybody sounds like to me. If I get on a video and there's people, even if it's people that I like to watch, and you can see who those people are by visiting the Best Vids Ever playlist I have. at the bottom of my channel. At any rate, if I see anybody in a video with a mask on their face talking into the camera like this with a mask, I back out of it and I don't watch it because I can't hear them. I can't understand them. And I'm a human being. And I know what other human beings generally look like. They kind of look like me. They may be not as brown as me. They maybe not wear, maybe they don't wear glasses, but they generally have, cheeks, chin, mouth, teeth, nose, eyes. And that's normal to see and look at. Don't wear a mask. Oh, and the Roro jab? No, that's just not happening. No, thank you. I have enough of that white baby boy inside of my body because, I didn't have a choice when I was a child. I have enough mercury in my brain from the things that I, couldn't say no to when I was a child. And I have enough health ailments that if I let them stick me with anything, I'd get sicker. I'd probably die. Like the doctor down in Florida, the nurse that we watched and that they try to LARP back into reality. That was fun. I mean, really. No Roro jab. This one or any other one. No. I've had it, yes. And I know the day I got it. And I, felt like I wanted to die for about a month. And that's because I have other illnesses. But I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything. I haven't seen a doctor in a very long time. I self-medicate pretty much. I'm vegan, obviously. And that's how I control my health issues. So for me to willingly go for some Roro jab that's got, man, no. Just no. I don't even, even if I do see a doctor and they prescribe me something, I tell them to give me a list. Because I investigate every one of those medications down to the patent page. Because I want to know what's going in me. There's no way the Roro jab's getting anywhere near my home. There's no way a mask is getting anywhere near my face. And if I could, I would. So many things. I am not very ambulatory. So I don't move much, but I do see and I do watch. This is crazy. Somebody needs to stop this man and that thing. That she's not black, by the way, guys. She's not black. She's Jamaican and subcontinent Indian. She's not black. I'm blacker than she is. I'm Taino, Puerto Rican, and Italian. I'm blacker than she is. By the way, incidentally, her family owned slaves in Jamaica. Everybody wonders why she kept all those people in jail for cheap labor. Because she's used to that. She's used to slavery. Her family was all involved in it. And y'all want those two people running this? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Something needs to something needs to happen. Something different. Really? There's just so many things that I just, I'm sad. I'm sad that my country has turned into this. I'm really upset. And this is the end of this video. Unfortunately, it could be very much the end of this country. Something different needs to happen. Some big changes need to happen. We all need to stand up and say no. All of us. He's pissed off Canada. When you piss off someone that's like sitting next to you, that's one thing, because you can see right there. Sorry, my hand was getting tired and numb. When you piss off an enemy, or, well, not even an enemy, because they're not an enemy, but when you piss somebody off that's got people on the other side of the pond with a lot of power, that's a problem. And we can piss off Mexico all we want, because we can see Mexico and all of what they have. You piss off Canada, you're pissing off a lot of other people that aren't here. They're over there on the other side of the big pond. So pissing off somebody right here that has connections to a lot more over there, man, that's the wrong thing to do. That's crazy. That's crazy. Something needs to happen. People need to stop. Turn off the television. And I say this for a reason. I watch YouTube. I don't watch TV. I watch live feeds, and that's it. I watch some news reports. I read the paper. I'm subscribed to the Epic Times. But I don't watch TV. I don't watch NBC, ABC, or any of them. I'll watch news clips of OAN and Newsmax, but I don't exclusively watch them. I see what happens in my country in real time, most often. People need to start doing that. And understand that the more you watch TV, the more you're giving into the LARPing adventure. Because honestly, think about it. When was the last time you saw Joe Biden live, in person? Not on a TV program, not on a news program. Like live. I see that somebody was down at the golf course and President Trump was walking with some people through the golf course. That is live. That is a live shot of President Trump. The LARPer in chief signing all of these edicts and job killing whatevers, none of that is live. It's all recorded and through the television. It's just different than watching something live. The difference would be, say, watching Loud Labs. That's live. Even if it's watching something that he's pulled out of his 7-hour live stream. I know that's a live shot because he was actually there. When this man sits down at some rinky-dink little fifth grader desk, that was funny. Y'all need to go back and watch that and look at the floor. It's a concrete garage floor. You can see the concrete split in the floor. Think about Checkmate when you look at that. Okay, and go to Checkmate's website and read up about what Checkmate, the security firm, is all about. Okay, see, none of this is real. I don't believe it's real. That's why I say if I was one of those on the border doing the wall, I'd go to work. If I was one of those, along the pipeline, I would go back to work and lay some pipe. Because Checkmate is not a security firm. Not in the slightest. One person involved in Checkmate, one person, for 2 years was a paper pusher for the Secret Service and a couple of other White House security peoples during the time we didn't have a president for 2 years. And all he did was gather reports from these three security firms and put them together in one report. That's his security experience. The rest of them, they're all marketing, production. Remember, LARPing adventure. None of this is real. None of this is real. I would just ignore it and go to work, just like I really wished people would have ignored Cuomo and, the other governor who can't seem to keep his wares in his own pants. Newsom, I would have ignored all of that. I would have banded together somehow off of social media as a restaurant owner or as a store owner, as a whatever, and called your people and say, go to work. Just go to work. And ignore everything, because they can't arrest all of us. And if I was, not disabled and it's very frustrating for the older generation of this country who can't move because, life happens when you get older. It's very frustrating for people like me to sit and watch what's happening. The younger generation seems to I don't know. They seem to absorb BS. They seem to absorb the BS a whole lot more than us older folk do. And it's real frustrating to see that. I've got a couple of children, and one's in her 20s, the other's in her 30s. They both live in blue areas, but those blue areas reside in very, very red states. So, and they're both pretty blue themselves. My girls are both blue. And I really hope that at some point they've both learned enough that they can see through the BS. My stepson, I think, is smart enough to see through the shit. Mainly because of what he's been through in his life. But I'm a homeschool mom, so veteran. My children are grown. And I homeschooled my youngest, so hopefully I would have instilled enough in her that she is smart and can see through the BS. But I really wish that Americans at large would stop accepting what they're being told by their television sets without actually going and seeing reality. There are real things that are happening in this country. Every night I spend about 15 to 30 minutes watching a border live stream and what happens down there. I'm not on the border. I'm in flyover country. I used to live in South Florida. I grew up in Miami, Florida. So I'm not one of those. I'm not a quote a redneck or anything like that. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Bernie supporter. And I say that because I'm a registered independent. But my registration as an independent is not the same as everyone else's, you would say, because I consider myself an independent thinking brown woman. That's what I am. I think independently. I used to split my ticket, my general ticket, because independents in certain states can't primary. But my general ticket, I used to split. I'm vegan, so you can imagine what I split to the left. I don't split to the left anymore. I don't even know what I'm going to do in 2022 at this point. Because I think there's a lot of weasels. Hey, I don't feel bad saying them. I think Lindsey Graham is a weasel. And he comes from a state that I don't even like. He comes from a state that I actually detest. I used to think Trey Gowdy was a decent person. Yeah. No. He was a disappointment. A big, huge disappointment. So much so that I really wish that state just could be cut out of this country and sunk in the Bermuda Triangle. That's what I think of Trey Gowdy and Lindsey Graham's state. I don't even like the state, and everything that seems to come out of that state is disgusting and gross and evil. Okay, then there's, Cocaine Mitch, and then there's Mittens, and, there's so many, there's so many sellouts in the Republican Party, I just don't understand. I really don't understand what it is about today's Americans that just think it's okay for us to be the way we are today, January 2021, as opposed to the way we were a year ago. Happy, people working, people making money. 2020 has really shaped the American landscape, I guess you could say, and by way of its people. You can, a lot of people came out of the woodwork, and who's who now. Really. I'm going to leave everybody with this. Question everything. Don't believe anything. Even from people that you've been watching for a while. Because some of those things are kind of changing now. But I wouldn't be watching television. I wouldn't be listening to the LARPing adventure. I refuse to believe that we have a live action role-playing game installed in the White House. That's just not, that's wrong. And you know it's wrong. This is America with a C. Americans. Jericho Green says we can. And yes, we can. We can organize offline and get things done. We can. If they can do it, we can too. They seem to be able to organize anything. They organized what they did at the Capitol pretty well. Yep, they sure did, didn't they? Organized it enough to get someone killed and, oh yeah. And whose fault is it? Whose fault? It's not Donald Trump. May I remind you, I know you all want to march over and peacefully protest and have your voices be heard. That's all he did. And you know it, and I know it. It's time we do something about this LARPing adventure. Stop listening to the news. Watch live feeds. Watch real things. Watch reality. Bye-bye.